Well, I've made up some more soil, so I'll be doing that, I'll be doing that tomorrow, setting that up. I've worked out I could take 3 litres, I could if I added sand, turn it into 24 litres if I wanted to, because we had this problem with the sand, but I think the fact that the sand seemed to be, I don't know, we're getting it salty or something, it has to be cleared sort of thing. I think the charcoal actually does the clearing. If we go, so that nice white sand you get there is the result of the charcoal on the top, because the charcoal is basically neutral and can pull the pH in from both sides. You know, if it can make things less acid, make things less alkaline, and because salt is sodium chloride, of course, result of a strong base, sodium hydroxide, and a strong acid, a strong mineral acid, hydrochloric acid or muriatic acid, as it's also called, you know, acid of the ocean sort of thing. Yeah, it clears it out because, you know, it pulls the pH in from both sides, and you know, it's acid and alkaline at the same time in opposite directions sort of thing. So in other words, it allows the salt to just fall out of the sand. So I assume there's very fine particles of charcoal, nano carbon particles going down there, and as they go down there, they allow the salt to just, you know, seep out of the bottom of the container, basically. We should be able to confirm that is if those nanocarbon particles build up at the bottom of the bucket, you should get a dark banding zone at the base of the bucket. Anyway, the other thing I've set up some of these and I'm getting interesting results like this one here. I mean, it's looking quite nice, but it seems to be growing across the surface of the soil. And I'm thinking, is that what happens with the fly traps at the beginning of their growing cycle? Well, you have flat leaves on the ground, but later on in the season, they pick up and grow erect. Is that what it is? So I'm going to test it out. I'm making up another batch to see what happens. So we're slowly getting there, fellas. I quite like this one over here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's making a move, but I think, is it going to have flat leaves across the soil surface? If I bring it out, I need to bring it out sort of thing, and the cuttings there, they don't seem to be dying off too quickly, and we may actually get a response from the cape there eventually, I don't know. But we've had very heavy rain, and it's withstood the heavy rain quite a good effect. I think we may get a strike from that if we can keep it there long enough. And that one seems to be okay. We are getting coloration in some of these weeds. So, yeah, not bad, you know, a week and a day or something. Anyway, I'm putting a slot into the container here. You can see, because, you know, slots don't clog up. And also if there's a very heavy rain, it clears reasonably quickly. Hello, Mr. Spider. I'll just move this out of the way for a while so I can get down there and get in and get a good shot there for you of the slot. So, anyway, I'll see how we go. We'll put that back in and put this. That probably has to go on the side. Yeah, the perp there, even though it looks very sick, I don't know if you can see that on the side there, looks like it's going to start growing, or it's fattening up on the side, so there's a lot of hope there, fellas. But slowly we're going to work our way out and go to a non-peat medium, and then hopefully we can take that and, these are still fattening up too. So they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, and these are growing. So this idea dormancy is, I mean, Roberts and Houston certainly got it right. They don't go dormant when we think they go dormant. They only go dormant if they lose the moisture in the top 4 inches of the soil. They go into like a pseudo dormant. It's an enforced dormancy. So yeah. So anyway. And this is, you know, growing and stuff. You can see the centre fattening up. I mean, so much for, you know, being dormant. I think they do quite a lot of their growth, more growth than you think when they're supposedly in quotes in a dormant stage. I mean, these things, you can actually see them fattening up in the soil there. You can actually see them fattening up, you know, over a number of days, sort of thing. So yeah. Anyway, we'll see how we go. And I'm looking at these things here. Yeah, after the rain, still very black in there. So yeah. And I'm still getting more. I'm getting more of these things coming up too, all over the place. So, and the plants are starting to come back now. So that's something. So we are, and I've got a slight greening in there. I have got some penicillin in some of these more dilute ones. But what I'm really happy about is the really strong ones are apparently sterile at the moment, so we can work on it. There's something there to work on, fellas. And yeah, and also there's something here is going like pink on there or something, so maybe that's our organism. But I've set up a few more bottles, so set up another one over there, so we'll see how we go, see if we can get some more data back, you know, whichever one of those pinks, so I'll get a really good interesting load of data coming back, because it will add credence and weight to these ones over there. So yeah, so they're the ones that are telling me, you know, how to get the red organisms going. Maybe we can get some red moss, and if we can get red moss, then we want to try and go the other side and get, you know, see, it goes from the pinky red to the green to that sort of yellowy green. We want to see if we can go the other way and go to blue, if it is a cyanophyta sort of thing. Knock out the other colour and get the blue, and then we have the possibility of getting the blue flytrap, of course. Anyway, that's about it for now. It's probably too much for a talkie. 6 minutes is about it for a talkie, I think. You know, maybe 8 minutes to 12 minutes for out in the bush, but nah, for a talkie I'll bore you too much. Yeah, this one just keeps getting darker and darker. Whether we're going to suddenly get a mass of seedlings, if we do, and then it's back to the drawing board yet again for more insights. But yeah, you know, it's sort of, it's very interesting. I got to spot colouring. Yeah, it's very interesting. Whether it's just copper or it's just our red organisms getting darker than red, you know, going to almost a brown. So it'll be interesting, but it's definitely either on the outside of the perlite or actually getting into the perlite. So, but time will tell, you know. Come spring, when the weather warms up, if we suddenly get a flush of growth or something, and or any seeds I put down there suddenly germinate and we get a whole crop of something coming up there, well, you know, it will certainly put cat amongst the pigeons, I think, especially with that one. Yeah, this one here matching some of the stuff out in the bush. You know, out where all the black boys are growing, you know, out where all the wits are growing. You know, the sundew with the thickest tester in the genus, apparently, as far as we know, anyway. Okay, over and out for now. See ya.